and I was chasing something that wasn't really, as joyful as it seemed. And the funny thing about it is similar to how we are about Islam. We know this is the haq, but we find ourselves busying ourselves with things that only take us astray from what's correct. And then at some point we realize this, and we try to fight our way back. So happiness doesn't come in things that are tangible. A lot of times people think that, you have to feel something. It has to be something tangible. It has to be something you can hold in your hand. But the real priceless things, they connect to your heart. And like I said, the happiness I had prior to Islam was just seeing my family happy. Being dutiful to my parents, and loving and appreciating everything they did for me. I found joy in that. And to be able to provide for them in a time of need, that brought me joy. But everything else that you brothers and sisters seen on TV, those things didn't make me happy.
My second question to Brother Amir is, so many Muslims, they find difficult to stop listening to music. And Brother Amir, you were not only listening to music, but you were a singer.
No.
After you accepted Islam, how you were able to overcome that issue?
Did everybody hear that? Alhamdulillah. Well, basically with me and the music, like I said, it was probably easier for me because, like I said, my intentions was to do something for my family. So when I found Islam, I haven't listened to the radio since I've been a Muslim. I haven't done any music since I've been a Muslim. Only time I might hear music if I get in the wrong person's car or I go to the barber shop. Other than that, the way I see it is music is a deterrence. And I seen what the effect that music had, when I was a Christian. Christians don't really, and alhamdulillah, I'm not trying to slander anybody, any non-Muslims in the house, but the reality of it is, majority of the Christians don't really know the Bible. But they can sing every gospel song. This becomes their only act of ibadah. It's singing. Jesus is the light, clapping, jumping, this is the type of things. It's not funny, but the reality of it is, this is how music infiltrated their faith. And it became their only means of worship. And then they get frustrated when a Muslim approaches them and we know a little bit more about the Bible than them, then it turns into this debate. But alhamdulillah, the reality of it is music is haram. You have several ayah in the Quran that establishes this. You have authentic hadith that establishes this. You have statements from all 4 imams that establishes this. And it's like we turn to the weakest hadith to try to suffice our desire to listen to music. The weakest hadith. When we all know the most sound position on music is that it's haram. And the reality of it is that music plays as a backdrop to your life. If you're upset with a brother and you're on your way to go see him, to talk to him about why you're upset, and while you're on your way, you drive and listen to a song saying, kill him, shoot him when I see him. Kill him, shoot him when I see him. This is not going to help you resolve the matter. This is only going to intensify your approach to this brother who you're already upset with. So when people start seeking refuge in music and loving music more than you love the Creator, you got to take a look at that yourself and see that this is a problem. This is a problem.
Brother Amir, 2 things. In the Somali community in the West, meaning the United States and Canada and the European countries, we have many singers who go around among the Somali communities. Some of those singers, by now they are grandmothers and grandfathers, believe it or not.
Oh.
And still they are singing. Many Somalis, they are spending a lot of money to go and listen to those people. That's one thing. The other thing, there is a young Somali singer by the name Kanan or Kanan? Kanan, everybody knows.
Kanan?
Yeah. And he grew up in Canada. Allah knows his intention, but what I understood from his story is that he's becoming a role model for so many Somali kids. And by the way, he's going to sing in the Olympics in South Africa. Huh? Where, yeah. Excuse me, my knowledge about singers and singing is very little. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So, Brother Amir, any advice for those brothers and sisters who are still singing?
It doesn't really matter what type of music you do. You can't escape the lifestyle that comes with it. You know, you can't have one without the other. The lifestyle comes right along with it. I done heard stories of like Native Dean giving concerts and sisters throwing their hijabs on the stage. This is like a rock concert, you know. But then sometimes people try to justify music and say it's a form of dawah. How? When the only people that attend Nasheed concerts is Muslims already. You gonna give dawah to the Muslims? You know, the non-Muslims, they got Lil Wayne, they got Jay-Z, they don't need to hear Nasheed. So it's like with the music, I don't understand why people don't strive to learn the recitation of the Quran. I listen to the Quran and I have this undying thirst to learn Arabic. A dying thirst to learn Arabic. Insha'allah ta'ala, I'm scheduled to go study pretty soon.
Inshallah.
Because I would very much like to speak through what's legislated in the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam than to just sit here and share my experiences all day. Because these act as further reminders. In the recitation of the Quran, there's no song that's ever been created that I've heard since I've been a Muslim that tops it. So when I see young brothers striving to, like, you know, partake in this music business, I'm going to give you one discouraging fact. And I hope everybody listens. I'm going to give you the one most discouraging fact about music. You have millions and millions of people trying to do music. And any of y'all, you don't have to expose your sins. For any of y'all that's listening to music, you turn the TV on and you see the same 5 dudes for the past 5 years. So the millions and millions of people that's trying to get into this rat race is being occupied by 5 individuals. That alone should just discourage you. Like, I don't even want to do this no more. You got a better chance hitting the lotto, man. You understand? And then when you think about all the time invested and all the time that's wasted striving to be like this, why don't you invest your time in trying to be like the best of the people? Why you don't strive to be like the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? You understand?
Yeah.
This is value time being spent. The reward is way more beneficial than doing a song, a concert, you know, having fans, stuff like that. These things don't have the same reward. So everything that I do, since I've been a Muslim, is solely for the sake of Allah, solely for the sake of earning His mercy and earning the reward. And earning the mercy that's promised. If I die upon this, I get to go to the party that don't stop. I've been to the 2-hour party that ends in 2 hours, you come home with a hangover and regret. I'm trying to get to the party that don't stop. Pleasure upon pleasure. Music ain't going to get you there. You understand? If you look at Islam like an airline, only